Have you ever felt like you're living behind a pane of glass? You can see your own life unfolding, but you can't quite touch it. You can hear the world, but the sounds are muffled and distant, as if coming from underwater. You watch your own hands move, you watch your own mouth speak, but it feels as though they belong to a stranger. You are merely a quiet, detached observer. The world, or you, or both, suddenly feel not real. This is the strange and disorienting territory of dissociation. It's one of the most difficult human experiences to describe, and it is one of the most frightening to endure. In these moments, the fear that you are going crazy can be overwhelming. It feels like your consciousness is fraying at the edges, like your very connection to reality is being severed. You are an astronaut whose tether has been cut, floating away from the familiar ship of your own self. If you know this feeling, listen with your whole heart. This experience is not a sign that your brain is broken. It is the exact opposite. It is the sign of a brain that is working brilliantly to do its most essential job, to protect you. Dissociation is not a malfunction. It is a masterpiece of survival. It is your brain's emergency escape hatch. To understand this, imagine your brain and body are a house with a complex electrical system. Your life, experiences, and emotions are the electricity flowing through the wires. Now, imagine a massive power surge, a lightning strike of overwhelming fear or trauma. If that raw energy flowed through the entire house, it would blow every fuse and burn the structure down. Your system would be completely annihilated, but your brain is a brilliant electrician. It has a built-in safety mechanism. When it detects a power surge that is too great, it does something extraordinary. It trips a circuit breaker. It intentionally cuts the power to certain rooms of the house to save the whole. This is dissociation. It is your brain temporarily disconnecting the feeling parts from the awareness parts. It does this to protect you from an unbearable experience. It is not you breaking down, it is your brain refusing to let you be broken. This experience can manifest in a few different ways. The first is derealization. This is when the world outside of you begins to feel unreal. It might look foggy, hazy, or two-dimensional like a movie screen. Colors might seem muted, sounds might seem distant, time might feel strange. This is the circuit breaker, cutting power to your senses. Your brain decided that what is happening out there is too threatening, so it turns down the volume and creates a protective buffer. This is when your own self begins to feel unreal. The second is called depersonalization. You might feel detached from your body, like you're floating above it. You might not recognize your own reflection in the mirror. Your own thoughts and feelings can feel like they don't belong to you. This is the circuit breaker, cutting power to your internal world. Your brain decided the feelings inside you are too overwhelming, so it creates distance. It allows you to become an observer of your pain rather than a participant. It is a profound act of mercy, an escape from a body that has become a place of suffering. We've all experienced this in a mild way. Ever been driving and don't remember the last 5 miles? That's a form of dissociation. Ever been so lost in a book that the world disappears? That's also dissociation. It is a natural human capacity. But for a person with significant trauma, this can become a default strategy. If you grew up in an unsafe or chaotic environment, your brain had to find a way to survive. The power surges were constant. So, the circuit breaker was tripped again and again. You learned on a deep level that checking out was the safest way to endure. Your brain became very efficient at this. It built a superhighway to that escape hatch. So now, as an adult, even smaller stressors can feel like a catastrophic power surge. This causes the old, familiar circuit breaker to trip again, often without your control. So what does this mean for healing? How do you come back to your body? The first step is to change your relationship with the experience. You must stop seeing dissociation as the enemy. When you fight it or panic, you send a signal to your brain that says, "This is dangerous." This only confirms the threat and can make the dissociation stronger. It's like being afraid of the safety system trying to save you. The new path begins with gratitude. When you feel that disconnected feeling begin, try to meet it with a quiet, internal whisper of thanks. Ah, the protector is here. Thank you, mind, for working so hard to keep me safe. I understand you are trying to shield me. This act of naming and thanking the mechanism instead of fighting it can be revolutionary. The way back is not through your thoughts, it is through your senses. The journey home is a journey into your body. You are trying to coax a terrified part of you back into a place it believes is unsafe. You must be a kind, patient, and reassuring guide. This is the practice of grounding. It is the simple act of anchoring your awareness in the present moment. Start with your feet. Can you feel them on the floor? Wiggle your toes. Find 5 things you can see around you. Really see them. Name them. I see the blue lamp. I see the grain of the wood. I see the green leaf. Then find 4 things you can physically feel. The hum of the fridge, the sound of traffic, the sound of your own breath. Then 2 things you can smell. And finally, 1 thing you can taste. This is not a magic trick. It is a neurological intervention. You are using sensory input to gently remind your brain that you are safe right now, and that it's safe to flip the circuit breaker back on. Remember, dissociation is not the problem itself. It is a signal. It's a message that you are feeling overwhelmed. It is an invitation to seek safety, to reduce stimulation, and to be gentle with yourself. It's asking you to take a break and breathe. You have a wise, ancient, and protective brain. Your work is not to get rid of this protector, but to build a relationship with it. Honor its power, thank it for its service, and gently show it that you are safe now. You, the conscious adult, can become the safe harbor your nervous system is searching for. In that safety, you can finally come home to yourself, not as a distant observer, but as a full and real participant in your own precious life. If you have ever felt this way, please know you are not alone in the fog. If you feel comfortable, share one small thing that helps you feel more grounded in the comments. And if you'd like to continue this journey, please subscribe. It is safe to be here now.